How did your background as a first generation American influence your experience in school?
Yeah, I've talked about this in some other places, but I can remember everything about the day being a 7-year-old second grader where it clicked that there was something different about me um, because of my cultural background. My dad's Czech, my mom's Dutch. We have traditions like name days and foods that are unique to those cultures, and we all have our own identities, but it really like hit me that mine was different than everybody else at the school because there were no other Czech Dutch families in this rural small town school. And what I found interesting from that point forward was to try to see if that difference was noticed. Was it appreciated? Was it celebrated? And for the most part, it was ignored in my educational experience. It just wasn't brought up. There's very little in the standardized US curriculum around Czechs and the Dutch. Like it's just and so the way that felt to me was like I wasn't being seen. I felt like I was invisible. That my whole self wasn't being it wasn't noticed. And the signal that sent to me was, well, maybe I'm not supposed to bring my whole self into school. Maybe I'm supposed to just like bring the parts in that fit with this experience. But that is not a real great feeling as a young person to have. And I think that phenomenon is not at all unique to me. Like everybody has something unique or different about them. And if we are not recognizing and celebrating the unique strengths and interests and identity of every single person, then we're not bringing their whole self into the learning process. And I think this is one of the reasons that we see a lot of disengagement, especially over time in schools and in doing a lot of student forums. I've heard so many students saying, well, I know who I am, but what's happening at school is not connected to me. And so I'm just going to check out. I'm going to disengage. I'm going to drop out. And I think it's a real missed opportunity because if we take a different frame around it, an asset-based frame, strengths-based view, we would see those differences not as something to be ignored or as problematic, but we would see them as beneficial, and we would all get better from that. So I hope that we can make that shift for the benefit of all individuals, but also for us as a collective society.